Hello and welcome to the Daily Dose of Safety with Dr. Charlie Cartwright. So today's message is a driving safety message, and it's about clearing your intersections. And had an incident just yesterday, as a matter of fact. I was heading to breakfast with a friend and came to this four-way intersection and stopped. We're talking, light turns green. I start to proceed through the intersection, but I'm looking. And because you should clear your intersections, right? Left, right, left. And I'm looking and I see this SUV approaching the intersection from from a right side at a high speed. So they're speeding for the area. I'm like, they're not slowing down. And then I double check, make sure that my light's green. No, my light's green. So I stopped. And thankfully, the people behind me were paying attention because they stopped. I didn't get rear-ended. And this car flies through the intersection, full speed. Didn't even blew right through the red light. Didn't even slow down. And most likely reason for that is this, right? So, so we talk about it and I proceed through. But it just reinforced the purpose of that because if I proceed, that's a serious accident. We get T-boned, um, impacts on my friend's side, and that car had to be doing 45 miles an hour. So, at that speed, that direction, we got airbags, right? But they're in the front. From the side, there's just not a lot of protection on most vehicles. Even though I've got a solid vehicle, that side impact's a lot to ask from a car that's coming a couple of tons and at rate of speed. Um, my passenger's probably going to be seriously injured if not killed. However, left, right, left, cleared my intersection. Never happened. I laid on the horn pretty good, and that person didn't even blink. They just kept going. It's amazing. They're they're practicing literally for fatality is what they're doing. We all know that. However, we need to make sure that we're always clearing the intersections before we proceed. And that green light is not going to protect you if someone's running the red light. Okay. So the green light, legally, you have the authority to proceed forward. However, for safety's sake, please make sure you're clearing your intersections. Okay. And that's an example of a four-way intersection. But another common intersection that people don't think about is when you're driving down a residential neighborhood, every driveway you pass is an intersection. So what could come out of that the other side? A vehicle, a bicycle, a motorcycle, a child. So make sure you're clearing your intersections. And that simple piece of advice can save a life, possibly your own. So that is my message for the day. I hope this finds you well. And until next time, take care.